Jack Sear here with the Sprawl MMA, and I am joined by Brett Johns, backstage at Warrior Fight Series. Brett, your two teammates, Scott Pedersen and Aidan James, just come off two big wins. First of all, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling really good. It's nice to just take 5 minutes and sit back. I'm absolutely sweating pints in that corner. But like I said, if I'm honest, I hate cornering my own fighters. I prefer to be fighting myself. But yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. Like Scotty tonight, he had that fight in 2 days' notice, and he beat a very good guy. Like everybody's heard of Charlie Boy Howard. We're back in Swansea, we're out in the outskirts, but we still hear this guy. And like I say, he brings a massive following with him, and like I said, the guy was just gaming tonight. Scotty hit him with some hard shots, and he just took him on the chin. And like I say, he puts his hands down, and that's him. I said to him, it's his personality. That's what's going to get him them big fights in the future. And he's got a bright future. But yeah, like Scotty's 19 years old. This kid from Porthcawl. He basically, as a young boy, he was a striker. He tell you himself he didn't win many fights as a youngster, but you look at him now. The guy's 7-2 and just beating the #1 guy in UK at amateur. So like I say, if that doesn't deserve a title shot, then what does?
You said to me just before the interview that you guys don't really prepare for training camps. You're just always ready. I mean, how did the gym come to that mentality? I mean, what's it take to build up to that?
Basically, I think not to say blowing on trumpet, but it was me. I don't work. My full-time job is to train, and like I said, I used to sleep in a gym, so I had nothing to do other than train. And the guys who were coming through the ranks, these guys are my brothers. They kind of follow the same suit, And these guys are with me all the way. These guys help me. I don't have to train in these UFC camps. I've got some cracking guys in the gym where I train. High-level guys, but nobody knows about them yet. They're all kept quiet in Swansea. But like I said, we're over the moon with our camp. We got a full-time team out there. My training partner Ashley Williams is on the Eddie Bravo Invitational. This kid is something special. His grappling is out of this world. I get to train with that every day, twice a day. So that just shows the level of competition. And like I said, I think the mentality of the boys we got now, we got a good team coming through. And yeah, I definitely see every single one of my full-time team going to the UFC. Of course I do. Everybody's just willing to put the hard work in. And like I said, I've people say they live in gyms. Like nobody's actually lived in a gym. I have. I spent weeks in a gym, sleeping in a gym, and it's not a one bit glorious. But like I said, it adds to that goal at the end. It adds to that feeling of winning that goal. So
Who else from the gym is an up and comer we should keep an eye on?
Basically, there's loads from Wales. As people know, Welsh fighters don't get that recognition. You got UFC Ireland, UFC Scotland, UFC England. Not even coming over to Wales. And we got loads of guys, got up and coming pro fighters from Tulare Combat, which is up the road, which is like right in the edges of Wales. You got Jack Shaw, you got Jack Marshman, names that you've probably already heard of. These guys are coming through the ranks. Then you got back home, you got amateur fighters like my cousin Brian Evans is fighting for a title in 2 weeks now, British title. He's 4-0, 5-0. You got my mate Aidan James. My mate Aidan James he's 9-3, and he's very ugly. He just come through the road door now. 10-3, sorry, 10-3, and the champ. The Scotty Pedersen, like I said, he's 19 years old. This kid's got a massive following. Nathan Morgan, Ben Miles. These guys are amazing. So yeah, so brilliant.
So what have you been up to? Obviously you got the injury. Talk us through that, and is there a timeline in place for your return?
Yeah, a couple of months ago I was throwing my right hand out in training and just kept on coming out to the socket, so slight dislocations all the time. But like I said, I'm hoping to be back by October. I've had the surgery. It's cost me it's cost my sponsors and my friends and family a lot of money. So I need to pay that money back. So I'm hoping to get back by October time, And I'm looking. I don't know where. Potentially Titan. I think it is that more than likely Titan, And like I said, an absolutely amazing organisation who treat me like a king out there. Jeff Aronson, Lex McMahon, they're absolutely brilliant. There's a few fights in that promotion I like, like I said years ago, I wanted that Miguel Torres fight, but I'm not sure what he's doing now. So that's a big fight. Also, there's big names. There's a kid in Titan. They've signed a Titan. He's 31-0. He's 31-0. I want that guy. Where's he hiding? Where's he gone? I want to fight that guy. Any of the big names there. I'm missing some sort of Brazilian on my record. I got some American guys. I got some, some Europeans. I want a Brazilian on my record. So that's the fight I'm looking at.
So a lot's changed on the UK circuit since you left Cage Warriors. I mean, how do you currently rank the UK bantamweights, and is there anyone who stands out to you?
Yeah, there's a lot. But I won't go on too much about the UK. I'll go on about the European rankings. You got Jay Walsh got beaten the weekend against a top level guy, Tom Ducamar. He's a good little French fight from Greg Jackson's gym. That obviously stirs a lot of things up in the bantamweight divisions. I know that some rankings are kind of pushed him on top of me, but I'm number one. I know I'm number one. My record speaks for itself. I fought high level guys, I fought UFC vets, and I beat them. So you know, that's more like the fight. I've been number one in Europe for the last 2 or 3 years, you know. So the top names, I've beaten top names, you know. So I don't know what to say, you know. Maybe the top 5 in the UK at the minute, I rate James Bram's a big name. I do really rate James Bram. You got obviously I know Ronnie Man's gone back to featherweight, but like if he potentially comes back down, he's another big name. You got Corey Tate, who fought in Titan a few months ago. That's another fight I like actually. Corey Tate and the guy he fought, Andrew Whitney. Because Andrew Whitney's a nice guy, you know. Me and Andrew Whitney talk, but he's on where he wants his UFC shot. Well, so do I, you know. So you got Andrew Whitney. So that's the potential fight. You've got loads of different guys in the UK circuit. You know, you got obviously tonight Ed Arthur. He's another big name. You know, your former world champion. That's them sort of guys. You know, them guys are worthy of being in that top 5 position.
And I've got to ask, whenever your name gets brought up, people immediately swing towards the UFC. I mean, where does that sit in your kind of like immediate future? Do you think about it regularly? I mean, talk me through it. I'm
not sure how long it was, but we spoke to Sean Shelby on the phone when he went to UFC Ireland. He met up with some of my friends out there. So, and no, we talk. You know, I'm in no rush. There's guys there that I feel like I can beat, but there's no rush. I'm 24 years old, and the good thing with me is that I've got no ego. I'm just ready when they are. And like my coach would say that my coach would say right now I'm ready. It's when I want it, and I feel like when the call comes, I'll say yes, and I'll fight for that call. But like I said, there's other big fights out there, you know. There's other guys willing to get in that spot. I want to beat everybody outside here, the best guys I can, then go in the UFC and go towards that gold. Because I'm not going there for no other reason. Every promotion I fight for, I win gold. I fought for Payne Pitt, the Premier Welsh organisation. I won a British title. I won a Cage Warriors, loads of fights there. I got treated like a king there. I won the Cage Warriors title. I won a Titan FC, I've won a title. Whatever promotion they're going to put me, I'm going to win the title, and it's the end of the story, you know.
I hope you have a swift recovery, Brett. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.